with a single gentle strike in just 0.1 seconds. A matchstick can transform stillness into a violent chain reaction. This is not merely a flame, it is an engineered equation of entropy. As the match head scrapes across the surface, trillions of molecules enter a chaotic dance bonds fracture. Electrons are displaced, oxygen is released, and energy once hidden within atomic orbitals bursts free. Yet the true miracle is not that we can create fire, but that we can make it stop at precisely the right moment. Humanity has learned to tame a reaction capable of burning down forests, compressing it into a match head weighing less than 0.02 grams, a miniature-controlled energy device governed by refined chemical design. Behind that tiny spark lies a long scientific history of energy, friction, and the delicate balance between destruction and control. On the macroscopic scale, striking a match appears simple, but at the atomic level, it resembles an energy earthquake. The matchbox surface is coated with red phosphorus P4, a stable form of the element that remains reactive enough when stimulated. As the match rubs against this layer, friction generates localized heat, reaching hundreds of degrees Celsius, enough to break pp bonds within the molecules. Newly freed phosphorus atoms oxidize instantly, glowing and producing additional heat. In that fleeting moment, kinetic energy from the strike transforms into thermal energy, and instability spreads like falling dominoes. Under an electron microscope, the rough matchbox surface resembles a field of microscopic volcanoes, where tiny friction peaks ignite the reaction. This is the friction threshold, the boundary between mechanics and chemistry, where a simple physical motion unlocks a carefully engineered cascade designed to ignite quickly yet remain under control. Once red phosphorus initiates the reaction, another compound takes over: potassium chlorate, KClO3. Many assume it is a fuel, but in reality it acts as a chemical oxygen reservoir. When heated, KClO3 decomposes into potassium chloride and oxygen gas, releasing a surge of oxygen in an instant. That oxygen attacks antimony trisulfide, Sb2S3, generating the first sparks. As sulfur oxidizes, it produces heat, light, and sound, a chaotic symphony of oxygen, sulfur, and metal. Astonishingly, all of this unfolds within an area smaller than 1 square millimeter. Yet the energy intensity reaches thousands of degrees Celsius. Invisible oxygen atoms become dancers in a perfectly orchestrated performance. Without KClO3, the flame would die the moment it was born. With it, a self-sustaining chain reaction emerges, proof that humanity has learned not only to unleash chaos, but to nourish and limit it through scientific rules. The match flame does not survive on its initial reaction alone. It must propagate. When the match head finishes burning, the flame would vanish without a mechanism to continue. Here, paraffin wax, a thin layer coating, the wooden stick takes over. Under heat, paraffin melts and wicks through the wood's capillary structure. The wax vaporizes, mixes with oxygen, and continues burning, guiding the flame downward. In essence, this is a sequential energy circuit. Heat melts wax, wax vaporizes, vapor ignites, more heat sustains the cycle. If visualized through a thermal heat map, energy would appear as a steady wave traveling along the stick, neither explosive nor fading abruptly. This mechanism allows the match to burn long enough to ignite another fuel source, yet not so long that it becomes dangerous. A precise equilibrium refined through centuries of combustion physics and thermal kinetics. A perfect match must not only burn well, it must know when to die. If smoldering continues, the wooden body could sustain hidden combustion and spread fire. To prevent this, the wood is treated with ammonium phosphate NH4, 3PO4, an inorganic salt that acts as a self-protective agent. When temperatures exceed a threshold, it decomposes into phosphoric acid and ammonia, forming a barrier between oxygen and the carbon within the wood. Phosphoric acid reacts with cellulose to create char, an amorphous carbon layer that absorbs heat but does not sustain flames. The result is simple: the flame extinguishes. The stick darkens. But no glowing ember remains. This is a kind of self-termination mechanism, a programmed chemical response designed to neutralize itself. It transforms a flammable material into a self-regulated system, ensuring safety once its task is complete. Few materials in the world can erupt at temperatures near 2000 degrees Celsius and yet extinguish themselves around 300 degrees Celsius. The matchstick is one of them, a testament to humanity's ability to regulate energy through chemistry rather than brute mechanical force. What seems ordinary contains the entire philosophy of modern engineering, isolating chaos to create order. Every strike of a match is a miniature version of energy technology, a moment where humans manipulate extreme reactions through limits, not violence. If a jet engine is fire imprisoned in metal, then a match is fire tamed within wood. Our civilization is not built upon the mere creation of energy, but upon our capacity to control it. Within the palm of your hand, you hold 2000 degrees Celsius, and with it, a quiet proof of a species that has learned to play with entropy without burning itself alive.